remember the good old days of Nintendo 64? It was a classic 64-bit system that seemed to be revolutionary in the gaming market, not just for its library of games, but for the new concept of 3D graphics. However, there is one game I remember the most on the Nintendo 64, and that was 007 Goldeneye. This was one of my favorite first-person shooters at the time, next to Doom. It was a breath of fresh air of a whole new concept for the genre, but what I remember most about it was the constant hours of fun with the multiplayer mode that me and my brother had. Although we had a lot of fun with the classic version of the game, one problem I soon found out that was the graphics and the controls didn't age very well. But that is okay, because a couple years ago I was told about a Half-Life 2 mod that was actually an HD remake of the Goldeneye game, and that's what we will be looking at today. So this video is for those who have a copy of Half-Life 2 but don't know what to do with it after beating it. You can find this mod by searching Goldeneye source mod in Google, and it should be the first thing that pops up. Once you've installed it, congratulations, you're now ready to have hours of fun at your computer. With that said, there's no real story to the game, so the only thing this mod allows you to do is play the multiplayer of Goldeneye online with strangers or with friends. This means that there's only so much we can talk about. For instance, the graphics. Now, considering this mod was running off an engine that was around since 2006, it's pretty well done, but not up to par with modern day graphics. The attention to detail, the reflection of the guns to the shadows on the floor that really pop out nicely compared to the original game, which seems to be nothing more than pixelated mesh on an HD TV but looks great on a CRT TV. Now with that out of the way, the controls are our next destination of discussion. The controls are not too hard to get used to. All you have to do is move the mouse to aim left to right or up and down, and the WASD keys to move forward, backward, left to right, R to reload, E is action, space is jump, etc, etc. With all the basics out of the way, let's talk about the game itself. Does the game hold up to its potential? Well, considering it is a first-person shooter and the only thing you need to know is how to run and gun your foes down, yes, it does quite well. However, I found this game to be more challenging because of having to fire from the hip more than having to pause and aim. I also found this to be really hard because the game itself can be quite difficult from time to time. The recording of this session, I found myself dying more than once by the same guy who decided it was a great idea to spam rockets or the golden gun. This is alright. However, if you are one of those people who gets a bit frustrated with games when you lose, I wouldn't recommend this to you. But this game does provide challenge in which it will keep you preoccupied for a couple hours if you are in need of a thing to kill some time. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that the soundtrack was redone as well, and it was awesome as it was back on the N64. So that's something else you get to enjoy while playing this game. So if you have a copy of Half-Life 2 and you need something to do while waiting for a new console to come out or just to kill time, give Goldeneye Source a try.